Thanks for staying with Newsnight tonight. Metrorail officials have visited some of the families of those who died in the Pretoria train crash. At least 3 people died and over 600 others were hurt in yesterday's accident. Transport Minister Lilian is calling on those responsible to be held to account. eNCA's Lindokuhle Xulu joins us from the Steve Biko Academic Hospital. Lindo, good evening. It's been 48 hours that none of these families could have anticipated. What have you seen as Metrorail officials visited those who are still recovering in hospital?
Well, Kathy, there's been quite unfortunate revelations. I mean, as Metrorail as well as PRASA management just follows up in terms of visiting some of these people that were injured in yesterday's incident. And I can tell you that one of the people, in fact, that was inside, that we saw in ICU, they're saying that he's in critical condition but hasn't been identified. No one has come forward in terms of saying there is a family member that is missing, but that person is in ICU. We understand that about 2 people, in fact, in this very hospital, the Steve Biko Academic Hospital, there is 2 people that are in a critical condition in a form that one is in ICU and the other one has just been through surgery. They are draining the blood because they're saying one of the bones, in fact, during the accident had cut and some veins, and now they're draining the blood from inside. But one other unfortunate revelation is that the 3 people that had passed on, 2 of them are husband and wife. So one family out there has lost 2 people. We did manage to speak to a sister, in fact, who is a family member of these 2 people that works in this particular hospital, and she says that the family is in loss because these were the last 2 people that were old, the elder people in the family, and they're now scrambling just with her cousins trying to figure out what to do. But they're saying that Metrorail and as well as PRASA has been there in terms of saying they will assist them with the funeral arrangements.
Talking about being able to identify those that have been hurt, Lindo, have they been able to identify the deceased and inform the next of kin of the deceased?
Well, fortunately so, they have been able to identify those that were deceased. In fact, that is how they found out, because they were visiting. There were teams that were deployed to find the families, and when they were visiting one of the families, they had identified that, in fact, the 2 people were husband and wife, and that is how they found out that particular detail. But what they have been able to also set up for tomorrow morning, we understand there will be a walk-in center, for the victims that were discharged in various hospitals around Pretoria, that will be able to go and identify themselves to the officials and therefore be able to claim. We understand that there is an insurance claim that they are able to claim from because of this accident. But that walk-in center will be opened from tomorrow morning. We understand from 8:30 in the morning at the Pretoria North station.
Lindo, you bring me to my next point. Steve Biko Hospital was not the only hospital that these patients were transferred to. In terms of being able to keep tabs on all of them, how is that work going? Has Metrorail given you any update or a holistic view?
Well, we are set to receive a detailed update on the numbers in terms of who is in hospital still and who is, has been discharged. But a large number, we understand, has been discharged from hospital, and quite a few of them, in fact, are remaining in hospitals. But various hospitals have been used during this incident, and even Charlotte Maxeke, we understand that there is one person that was transported there, because of the demographics of the family. But various hospitals have been, into various, various hospitals have been housing these people that were injured in that incident. But what we will be getting right now is an update in terms of how many people have been discharged, how many remain in critical condition, and how many, are eligible to claim tomorrow morning when that walk-in center is opened.
All right, Lindo, let's leave it there for tonight. And as you heard from Lindokuhle, one passenger that is currently in ICU at this point is still unidentified. Officials are waiting for any family member or relatives to bring themselves forward. This is for the patient who is recovering in ICU at the Steve Biko Hospital, for all those that perhaps do know people that were involved in that Metrorail accident from yesterday.